and thanks for joining me for this pranayama class. A couple of little things before we get started. Remember, with pranayama we're working with the nervous system, so it's important that you don't stress the breath. Make sure that your inhalation and exhalation remain steady and even from the beginning to the end. And whilst different yoga texts have different opinions on what the most appropriate or best sitting position is, I'm going to say to you that the most important sitting position is the one where you're the most comfortable. So the idea is that we sit with the back straight and the body relaxed, and whatever position allows you to do that, whatever props you need, that's the best sitting position for you. So don't worry about sitting in any particular fashion. Of course, feel free to change your position if you need to, if it starts to become a real distraction, but try not to fidget unnecessarily through the practice. And as always, if you have questions, just pop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't done so already, maybe hit the subscribe button and a little notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the things that are coming out of my little yoga cave. So, all that said, we're going to just take 3 slow rhythms today, starting, I guess, perhaps with the most complex, then to the most simple. So I'm anticipating half an hour or a little bit over for this practice. So 3 rhythms, approximately 10 minutes each, give or take. I won't be timing it, so we'll just see how it goes. So we're going to start with Agni Sari, the prana square, balancing all 4 phases of the breath cycle. And I'll start us off with a 5-second basic rhythm, so in for 5, holding 5, out for 5, and then holding out for 5. So sit with your hands on your knees comfortably. Let the elbows hang back a little bit so that you're not encouraging the shoulders to shrug or move forward. And as with all pranayams, just close your eyes and bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We're going to take our inner focus into the heart space for this first rhythm. So somewhere in the center of the chest. Just soften the body, relax into your sitting position. And in preparation, breathe out all the way, emptying the breath from the lungs. And then smoothly breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe smoothly out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, smoothly in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, smoothly out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and count to yourself now. That 5-second rhythm is a good starting point for most people. But remember, if your breath starts to get forced or shaky, or if you start to feel anxious in any way, take a shorter rhythm, or even come back to relaxed breathing for a few rounds. If you have a longer breath cycle, you can start to extend the rhythm, maybe 7 or 8, or as appropriate for you. Don't be in a hurry. It takes months and years to gradually deepen the breath cycle. Each time you breathe in, try to have a sense of lifting the crown of the head up away from the tailbone. And each time you breathe out, have a sense of the body relaxing softening especially around the face, the jaw and the shoulders. Keep the chin at least halfway down to the throat in Jalandhara Bandha the whole time throughout the rhythm. So a sense of pulling the chin in and down, but lifting the base of the skull and the crown of the head up. If you're comfortable to do so, in the internal retention, gently intensify Mula Bandha, the engagement of pelvic floor. And if it's really comfortable, you can hold Mula Bandha for the out breath, not essential. And if you know Uddiyana Bandha and it's appropriate, you can start to take it on the external retention. Maybe starting every second or third cycle. And if you're very comfortable, taking Uddiyana on each round. Whenever your mind starts to drift off, just bring it back to your breath. It's not a cause for frustration, but simply an opportunity to become familiar with the patterns of the mind. In that familiarity, you find that those patterns start to lose their power of distraction. Keep lifting with each in-breath, softening with each out-breath. And once you've established your rhythm, you can keep counting if you'd like, but you might prefer to let the counting drop away and just sense the breath, maintaining approximately the same rhythm. Without the need to count, focusing on further refining the quality of in and out breath, making them very, very smooth, calm and even from beginning through middle to the very end. And just maintain your steady inner focus, your chosen rhythm, to the best of your ability for the remaining few minutes in Sama Vritti pranayama. without rushing, finish the cycle you're on. Once you've completed it in your own time, just come back to completely relaxed breathing. Maintain your inner focus on the breath. And just let the breath become quieter of its own accord. The mind following the breath also becoming quieter. As always, when the mind drifts off, don't get frustrated. Just keep bringing your focus back again and again and again to the breath. As we prepare to move into our second rhythm, you might like to change your sitting position, swapping the legs. You might like to just stretch the arms up for a moment, lengthening through the sides of the body for a little. And for our second rhythm, we're going to take Analoma. So it's a comfortable inhalation through alternating nostrils, a short internal retention, and then a longer exhalation. Sorry. The exhalation is through alternating sides. The in-breath is both nostrils. So I'm going to start us off breathing in through both nostrils for 7, holding for 5, out through the left side for 10, and then in through both for 7, holding 5, out through the right side for 10. So I'll count a few cycles like that, and then again you can continue at your own pace. The left hand stays on the knee in Yarn Mudra with the thumb and first finger touching. You can be palm up or down, doesn't really matter, just whatever feels most comfortable. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra. So we bring the first 2 fingers in, and the thumb, I don't know if you can see that, the thumb and the last 2 fingers stay extended. So when we're resting the hand, we bring the thumb and the ring finger together, or little finger and ring finger together. And when we exhale, we're trying to plug the nostrils from underneath, so not squeezing on the sides of the nose ideally, but occluding the nostril by pressing up and blocking the nostril from underneath. That's ideally. So it might take a little while to figure out how that works for you, depending on the size and shape of your fingers and nostrils. But yeah, try and do that if you can. So again, settling the body. We'll maintain our inner focus in the heart space for this second rhythm. And again, just close your eyes. Take a moment to check that there's no unnecessary tension or effort in the body, especially around the face, the jaw, and the shoulders. Gently breathe out all the way in preparation. And then smoothly in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand up and out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up and out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second cycle in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third cycle in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In both. And again, continue counting to yourself, adjusting the rhythm as appropriate for you. So again, 7, 5, 10, a comfortable starting point for most people. But if at any point it starts to get uncomfortable, maybe drop it back to 6, 3 and 9. Or even 5, 2 and 7. If you feel very comfortable with that rhythm, maybe start by stretching out the exhalation to 12. So a 7, 5, 12 rhythm. And if you're really comfortable, maybe taking 10, 5, 15. But again, never forcing the breath. Make sure that you maintain that smooth, even inhalation and exhalation. Try to raise and lower your right hand smoothly between out breaths. So there's no jerky movement in the body. And as always, on the in-breath, try to lift and lengthen through the spine. From Muladhara chakra at the base to Sahasrara chakra at the crown. As you exhale, allow the body to soften, to relax, to let go of what's unnecessary. And if you're very comfortable, you might like to intensify Mula Bandha, the root lock, on the internal retention, and perhaps hold it for the out breath. But not essential. The main thing is that we maintain at least a simple Jalandhara Bandha chin lock the whole time. Keep bringing the mind back to the breath, refining your inner focus, your inner dharana. And again, you've got the option, if you'd like, to let the counting drop away and just sense the rhythm. A comfortable in-breath, a short retention, and a longer but still comfortable exhalation on alternating sides. In your chosen rhythm, just maintain your inner focus to the best of your ability for the last few minutes in Analoma pranayama. without rushing. Finish the cycle you're on. So completing it in your own time with an exhalation through the right nostril. And once you've finished the cycle, just come back to relaxed abdominal breathing, bringing the right hand back into Yan Mudra with thumb and first finger touching. Notice perhaps that the breath has started to become quieter of its own accord, no effort required. But very little need to breathe. And as you bring the mind to rest on and merge with the breath, perhaps notice the inner dialogue starting to recede into the background, recognizing perhaps the little moments of stillness between breaths and the silence between thoughts. Just allow yourself to rest in those gaps, to merge back into the silence. And again, if you'd like to change your sitting position, perhaps now's a good time to do so. So again, swapping the legs the other way or taking a different position altogether. Again, maybe you want to just take a little stretch up through the sides of the body. And then settle yourself once more for our final rhythm. Taking Ujjayi pranayama, the balance of inhalation and exhalation. The simplest, but in many ways the most important of the breath rhythms. It's essentially the one that we do every breath, every day. So I'm going to start off with a 10-second rhythm, which is again a good, comfortable starting point for most people, but then adjust as appropriate for you. So you can be palms up or palms down, but again, just make sure that the elbows hang back a little bit so that the shoulders are pulled backwards rather than forwards. Keep that sense of gentle Jalandhara Bandha and lifting through the base of the skull and the crown of the head. So settle the body, close your eyes, and this time I want you to move your inner focus up into Ajna Chakra, the eyebrow center. Keep the tongue gently reversed, so pressing against the roof of the mouth. And in preparation, breathe out all the way, emptying the breath completely from your lungs. Then smoothly breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and smoothly out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in and count to yourself. So again, if you need to take a shorter rhythm, do so, never forcing your breath. Make sure the inhalation and exhalation are the same length, but also even in their intensity. So not rushing at the beginning and running out of breath at the end. But trying to refine the quality of your breath, using the sound in the back of the throat, just to make sure that the breath in and out is steady and even. Lengthen the spine with each in-breath. A sense of drawing prana, vitalizing energy up through the spine perhaps. As you exhale, relaxing the body. And a sense of apana, the softening energy, moving back down the spine from crown to base. Try to have the breath filling the lungs from navel up to collarbones and emptying from collarbones down to navel. Working to take the breath into deeper parts of the lungs and from deeper parts of the lungs. Remember, when the mind drifts off, it's not a cause for frustration. It's an opportunity to become familiar with the patterns of the mind, the places it wants to go and the places it doesn't want to go. Ultimately, becoming free of both desire and aversion, like and dislike. The mind content to rest in what is, in the present. If you're comfortable, you might like to add a very short pause at top and bottom of the breath. Just 1 or 2 seconds. It shouldn't feel like a retention, but just creating a moment of stillness as the breath turns. You can take Mula Bandha if you'd like, or intensify Mula Bandha on the out breath, or perhaps all the way through. But maintaining Jalandhara Bandha, a simple chin lock the whole time. Although the physical breath is entering and leaving the body through the nose and the sinuses, you might like to visualize or have a sense of the subtle breath, the life force, entering and leaving the body through Ajna Chakra. And again, if you'd like, let the counting drop away. And for the remaining few minutes, just sense the breath. Of course, if you'd prefer to keep counting, that's fine as well. Keep refining the quality of your breath, refining the subtlety of your awareness. And just maintain your inner dharana, your inner one-pointed focus, to the best of your ability for the remaining few minutes in Ujjayi pranayama. Without rushing, finish the cycle you're on. And after completing it in your own time with an exhalation, just come back again to completely relaxed abdominal breathing. Allow the breath to move of its own accord, to settle of its own accord. See if you can observe without involvement the body, breath and mind. Fully aware but completely unaffected. The observer. Just rest in that space of simple awareness, of pure presence. Come back to the changeless part of who and what you are. Remember that this sense of stillness, of consciousness, is always there, but usually just hidden beneath the busyness of the mind. It's never absent, simply overlooked. See if you can maintain a connection to it once you leave your practice space. Gently bring your palms together in front of the heart. And as you breathe in, reach up, arms past the head, lengthening through the spine and into the hands. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the crown of the head, to the eyebrow center, to the throat center, and back down to the heart. Maintaining your inner focus in the heart space. Gently release the spine forward. And then sit back up. Namaste. The light in me recognizes the light within you. Thanks for sharing the practice with me, and I hope to see you again soon.